Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to another Burnout Paradise Remastered Edition for the Nintendo Switch, brought to you by EA Games. So today we're going to do another legendary car, which is going to be on, I believe, Knight Rider.
Oh, wow.
Which is now the GT Nighthawk. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified when more of this game arrives. And special shoutouts to our members, including all of our ultimates. If you guys want to hop aboard the membership train, all you gotta do is click right here and select the tier that works for you. So, yeah, that's supposed to be KITT, kind of. But I think it's based on the reimagining of Knight Rider, like from, I don't know, sometime in the mid-2000s. Didn't last very long.
When you're driving a speed class car like this one, you can only boost when your bar is full. They're also the only cars that can perform burnouts when you use all your boost in one go.
And you always start out here in the junkyard. So this is the last of the legendary cars. You can see it looks pretty cool. Yeah, but this is not classic KITT. Now, I believe they said they couldn't use classic KITT for copyright reasons, but...
Well, I feel like they've changed all the cars a little bit, so they don't really use exactly what they are.
Mm-hmm. And we did research a little bit about the Ghostbusters thing. It turns out that the siren was manufactured for the movie.
Oh wow, interesting. So there is no real siren like that on any car?
No. You actually hear the original Ghostbusters siren. Okay, so we had a little hiccup there. Like, the cats were doing something crazy, so... I think we're in Paradise City, and we started over in one of the junkyards that we found. So, I'm not the best at really navigating what's going on, but I believe we were talking about, because we had some questions with the Ghostbusters video, a little bit. And yeah, the original siren was created by, I think, it's not even Ghostbusters trivia, like, nobody really talks about it ever. But there were some video game companies, like Foley artists or whatever, that brought up the reason for not being able to use the Ecto-1 siren, which is like a combination of 80s FDNY, or, you know, the firefighters, the fire engines, and ambulances, which is a combination of that. In the beginning of the movie, when Ray shows up in the junker, you hear the original 1959 Cadillac siren, briefly, and Bill Murray is like, hey, you can't park that here, because that old jalopy, that was its siren. So they changed it to make it more spooky, because, you know, they're Ghostbusters, so movie magic. Yes?
Huh?
You were gonna say something.
I don't know what I was gonna say. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I was just gonna say, so they basically made a, just like Chewie's Roar, I guess they made a siren out of like two different things, I guess what you're saying. They just created their own sound, basically.
That's all the information I found on it. I mean, I could be very wrong. Nobody's ever really brought it up.
So that's what seems to be the reason why people can't, like, copyright the siren. So
technically, the siren that we used in the video a little bit, that was the Cadillac's original noise. Like the 1959 one. Ooh, there's a couple varieties of it. And people are keeping track of how many times I get wrecked. Just so you guys know, crashing is a big part of this game.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oops.
We do so many different types of games, and I'm not gonna go into it. I'm not even gonna worry about the, oh yeah.
I love this mode.
I think that people don't, I don't know. We get interesting comments on a lot of videos because we do so many different types of games.
we are. I mean, I still have been kind of...
We're not playing Need for Speed. We're playing Burnout. So this is a completely different game. So, you know, it's not the object of the game not to crash. You're supposed to crash in this. So I don't.
Yep. There's also a police mode, which we can show you guys that too. This is kind of like a mini-series showcase. Oh!
One thing I don't...
Sadness.
Like, the thing I don't get about our channel is that it's just, I'm not gonna go into it. It's just, it's very difficult when, you know, we only have, I guess YouTube just selects a portion of people from our audience that are allowed to get our videos, so that portion of people think oh wow, you're lucky to have me watching. I'm like one of the few people. It's like, well, that's because YouTube isn't allowing anyone else to see it right now.
That's true, because
So it's
we
not really
get reports all the time. YouTube says we have about 3 million people watching the channel like every month for like the past 4 months now. And out of that 3 million, it says 20% are subscribed. So that's, you know, kind of intense. That's not a very good number, I don't think. I mean, I'm not really good with math, but that number kind of like, whoa! What's going on?
You know, I actually was looking on Google. I actually made a was looking into like, cause I have like a just personal Google account with just my name that I use for school.
Oh, look! Did you see?
What? Look at what?
KITT came to life.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, for a second he did. Let me... There!
Oh, there
Oh.
it is. It came to life.
Whoops.
Well, I was just noticing, like, just trying some stuff out with YouTube, trying to look at notifications and stuff, and I was using my email I use for school, and I noticed something really interesting. You can go to your Google account setup, and you can check off, like, do you want to be... You know, do you want to have your watch history and stuff, like, and have us recommend you videos based on your watch history? And you can actually check no on that.
Okay.
And then you can actually go back to the original way YouTube used to be, where they don't recommend you other videos. It's just your videos you're subscribed to.
Oh, wow.
But you can't do that with YouTube. You have to go back to your Google account and do it.
Oh!
Anyway.
No, you didn't do anything wrong. That's fantastic. Great little detective work there, sweetie.
Well, I mean, if nobody's gonna go back into their Google account and do that, but if everybody did, then YouTube would go back to normal. Then they would be recommending people that you're subscribed to, but nobody will do that. I mean, I don't even have time to do that.
No. See, I mean, their system is all messed up, but I don't know if you guys heard it, but very briefly, we showed KITT, and it had the womp 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 sound effect. But the problem is...
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the KITT theme song right now. It's like...
I know all 80s theme songs. Because when I was little, it's programmed in my head. My dad would come home working as a not newspaper, what do they call them? Mailman.
Yeah.
Are they still called mailmen, or are they mail people now? Doesn't matter.
I just call them mailmen unless it's a lady. I just say mail person or lady.
Okay, so mail person came home, and right when he was coming home, like around 6, 7 o'clock, there was all these nighttime TV stuff coming on, right? So I didn't really know, because I couldn't read until, I don't know what age I learned to read, but I would get accustomed to different sounds and TV show themes to know what was, you know, what Dad was watching. So Knight Rider, I believe, was on at like 8 o'clock, so he'd have his TV dinner, sit me on his lap with my little pacifier or whatever, and I would hear, you know, Michael Knight and the really cool, you know, voiceover for the show. And KITT having a British voice and all this fun stuff. And then, you know, Dukes of Hazzard would be something that I would watch with my grandma. Or, well, I mean, I don't think she knows I was watching. It was kind of on while she was cooking upstairs. So I got accustomed to the, you know, them Duke boys are at it again. I kind of like... I guess I was kind of grown up on TV a little bit, because all these old TV shows... I can remember them, but I can't remember all the stories, but I know the intros very well. You know? Alright, let's try this.
I remember the music going being like...
Oh,
I don't know, something like that.
Okay. Is the road clear enough? Because I really want to get a shot of the car. Uh-oh. Oh, come on, we just... Did you see that? That wasn't enough to warrant a crash like that.
I know.
We just grazed it.
We just grazed the guy.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I mean, maybe people are just like checking how many people you've crashed just for fun or whatever.
Yeah, if they want to keep track of it, that's fine. I don't care. I grazed that, I didn't crash.
I actually never saw the show with KITT or whatever, Michael Knight.
We watched some clips of it. I don't know where the
well, I think
where the
you
show
showed
is
me
streaming.
the first couple episodes.
Yeah, when we were doing
It's pretty exciting, actually.
Rocket League. No.
Yeah, and also the Lego worlds.
Oh, right, the Lego Dimensions thing. I totally forgot about that. Yeah. Just unplug that. Amber has a theory that if you have the, what you call it, thing plugged in.
If you have your portable hard drive and it's filled to the max, it'll probably affect your stuff. It affects my streaming, so.
Yeah. Alright, let's try this. I really want to see KITT working.
So, yeah, so here's KITT.
Ah! There it is!
Nice!
There it is! It's making the noise!
I wish you could do like a KITT voice impression, but I forgot what KITT sounded like.
Michael. Wait, no. Is that kind of... Michael, what are you doing? I can't.
Yeah, I have to watch the show again.
I can't do a Mr. Feeney. Mr. Feeney was Knight Rider. I mean,
Mr.
KITT.
Feeney was the voice of...
Yeah. Feeney! Feeney! Yeah. He was, which was kind of a big deal at the time because he was actually a really well-renowned British actor. And he thought it was kind of cool that he got to play the spy car. Like, some other people...
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of like that character from the actor who played Snape, like the very like what's the word am I looking for? Very ruffled British actor that is a theater actor who was not cool with the idea of being on a
the guy
TV
who
show.
played Snape.
Right? Yeah.
I can't remember what his name is.
It was a stereotype. So, like, because he's like this renowned actor, you would think that he'd be annoyed that he was the voice of KITT, but he thought it was kind of cool. So it broke a stereotype.
That's awesome. Well, I feel like KITT had a lot more personality than just a robot voice. Like
KITT felt human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was what was really cool about it. And I thought in the story that KITT was actually the personality of somebody that built the car or something like that. I can't remember.
I don't remember. It could have been the case. That's a beautiful car, though. But that's the,
Now I'm trying to remember the story of Knight Rider, but I know...
Michael Knight was a police officer who was gunned down, kind of like RoboCop. And then he had his identity completely, like... his face and stuff.
Yeah.
Everything about him was changed. So, as far as the rest of the world is concerned, the original version of him is dead.
He became like this superhero spy person.
Yeah, basically. There were a lot of 80s shows like that, though. And it was a lot of these like lone gunmen are like very Wild West like. You know, you had these agents of the law that would. They weren't necessarily police officers, they were kind of like vigilantes. A little bit. Although, Michael Knight was basically like a government agent, like a spy, kind of. Hence why he had a spy car. And he was doing all he could to uncover like a secret organization or something. I think that's...
I thought he was originally... Didn't he start taking down the people that were originally killed him or something?
Yeah, that was the original... I don't remember what season that was.
He started doing other things.
Yep. And he operated outside of like a big, what do you call it, like semi? Oh.
I thought there was this girl that he had to protect or something, too. I don't remember.
It varied from season to season, just like there was a girl in the A-Team who was around for like the first or second season, and then she was gone.
Oh, wow.
Aw, that was actually...
Well, I'm really glad to see you show off KITT. I'll be sad when we're done showing off, like, the special cars.
Yeah, this is the last of the special cars, sweetie, unfortunately. Not much we can do about it. There were only 4. There are 130 cars in this game, though, that are very cool.
Are you planning on playing more of this game, just doing, like...
We're doing a mini-series of this until there's some new content. So we'll be showing probably, like, 20 cars in total. So we're on our, what, 4th, 5th episode of this game? I really want to show the pursuit mode, which is where you play as a police officer going after people, because they have different cars, too. And, you know, I just like racing games. This one in particular, I've been playing it quite a bit, just in handheld mode, and I enjoy it. I mean, there are some things that I wish was in this game, like, it doesn't have very good anti-lacing, so, I mean, which is something that was very prominent with PS3, so I don't know why the Switch really can't do that type of visual tweak. It bugs me a little bit. And also, I don't like that the game is a little bit too dark for my taste. Like, when I played this on PS3 and PS4, you could see the car detail a little bit better.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, for a Switch game, it's really not that bad. Like, it's one of the best driving games on the Switch right now. And I'm not just telling you that because we're sponsored. You guys know that I'm a straight shooter when it comes to that. Amber and I, you know, we talk from the hip. If there's something good or bad about the game, we tell you, like, straight out. And...
Well,
you know.
yeah, I mean, like, it's a really cool game because it's actually remastered from what it originally was.
Yep, from the 2008 game.
And it's really different than any other racing game because it's just, like, huge open world.
Oh.
And it completely plays different than any other, like, racing game out there, really.
Oops.
Poor KITT.
I know. I was trying to see.
Michael, there seems to be a problem.
Michael, did you scuff my paint? Michael, I am not a toy. Sorry, buddy. I'll be more careful. So this is actually not Michael Knight's car, though. It's Michael's son or someone else. I've never seen the full new Knight Rider because I don't think they've ever added it to a digital service, but the big difference with Knight Rider, the 2000 modern show, Val Kilmer was the voice of KITT. The Batman.
When what? In the 2000s show?
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Ugh.
It didn't last that long, and also...
I think an English-sounding voice would sound better.
I think he did an English accent, I don't remember.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
my gosh.
KITT was a Black Camaro in the remake. Or not the remake, it was a... oh, gosh. It was a reimagining that connected to the original series a little bit. And I believe that... what is his name? The German guy. Hasselhoff.
Oh yeah, Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
David
I believe Hasselhoff tried to do a movie recently. Like, it was either before the pandemic or they were trying to do something to revive the NBC property.
Yeah.
It's an NBC show like Chuck.
Yeah, okay.
But he hasn't been very successful with it.
So he was thinking about doing a movie for KITT, maybe, or?
Yeah, something like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty close to it. So
It looks really cool. I love the blinking lights on the back.
During a burnout, you
It's
can
really
start another
nice.
straight away.
Oh
That's a
my
burnout
God.
change.
It's a really nice car.
it is. So the remake KITT has, you saw the blue, right?
Mm-hmm.
The 80s had the red light.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is supposed to be the Camaro one.
So, I just remember in the original story that KITT, like the guy who, he was like in his 20s and he was a police officer, I guess we were saying, and then,
Yeah, he was gunned down
He got-
RoboCop style.
yeah, but he didn't really have any money, I remember.
No.
And then like when the guy who wanted him to like become this vigilante guy, he helped him like redo his face, and then he gave him all this like money for suits or something, or for special, not for suits, but I mean for the car and stuff.
Yeah,
it was like,
he wasn't really.
it was like I remember when we were watching the first episode, he was like shocked that like he was really worried about driving this car because it was like so nice or something. I don't know. That's what I remember. Maybe I'm wrong, but well, it also would be a really nice car because it was like alive, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, what were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
I broke the car. Oops.
What were you saying, sweetheart?
I don't really remember.
you saying he didn't have a lot of money or whatever.
Oh, back in the day, those shows, what made them so interesting too, near miss challenge, is there were a lot of like rich guys hiring like privateers or like their own like, private police force to go do a lot of good in the world. And that's basically what A-Team and Michael Knight, not so much what Magnum PI was. Magnum PI was a PI. He was a private investigator. So he had, in the state he could carry, and he was retired like military or police or something like that. There were a lot of those lone wolf shows, and they were a lot of fun. One of the ones that you don't hear so much about that I kind of remember, but I think the only reason Dad watched it is because it was military. I think it was called Black Hawk. It was basically the same concept of like Knight Rider and A-Team and all this other stuff, but it was a military show with this experimental sci-fi helicopter that was like a Black Hawk helicopter or something in line with that, and they would do missions with the helicopter, and it had a really cool theme song.
Yeah.
But I can't remember all of it right now. It was very like very hydraulic 80s sounding.
Mm-hmm.
Going too fast! 250 miles an hour on the wrong way! Ah!
I was gonna say we're on the
If you're wondering why we keep like trying to show you guys KITT moving, is because I'm trying to get cool screenshots for thumbnails.
Oh, I see what you're.
That's why. I mean, it's not a good idea. You need to see where you're driving. So when you do this, whoa, it's fun, but you can't see anything. Woo!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get some cool thumbnail. Oh!
It's kind of hard to put the back of a car in a thumbnail. It kind of looks lame. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, now I'm happy that I like spent all the time tweaking that thumbnail or whatever.
Oh yeah, Amber redesigned all the thumbnails recently. She gave it like
for that
cooler
series.
fonts. Yeah, for this series.
Not all of them in the whole channel.
So tomorrow, even though I mean I don't want to get into it, but we will be playing as patrolman. Just so you guys know, it's another aspect of this game. You know, and then we'll go and look at some cars, try to do some races. I've been trying to learn how to do.
So just like in Need for Speed, now we can be police vehicles. Awesome. Excellent.
Is this
Can we
Mark?
pull people over for speeding? That would be cool.
You wreck them.
Oh, nice.
I think.
Even better.
Yeah.
Escape northeast to the waterfront plaza before
Yeah, but our car's already damaged. How's this gonna work? Oh no.
Yeah, you would have been great at being a, what do you call, highway police officer? What do they call them?
Patrolman?
Yeah.
Highwayman?
I don't know,
Ooh.
whatever type of police officer pulls people over for speeding or whatever.
Patrolman, I think.
Yeah, I guess so.
Ooh, these guys do not want to play nice. Whoa. Oh no! So, one car I wish they added, like for nostalgia, would have been the car from Initial D. I think that'd been funny. Like, but mostly all the cars that are in this game, they're all 80s nostalgia, which is fine. I mean, the people who made this game, very 80s. Whoops. 80s nostalgia. Hey, watch the paint. Oh gosh. It's hard to, woo! It's hard to move around with my door open like this.
Open.
Wait, did I go the wrong way? Oh, I'm still being pursued. I just have to make it to... We're doing Marked Man right now, so that means we got people after us. So this feels very Knight Rider-ish. Whoa! Because this is what happened in the show. Car battles.
Yeah.
And by car battles, I mean... Oh, you wrecked this.
Yeah.
How many wreck points do they have against us?
Basically high-speed chases and stuff.
Mm-hmm. High-speed chases and cool gadgets. But yeah, as a Batman guy, I like Knight Rider. It's cool. But I don't like Val Kilmer as KITT. I like Mr. Feeney. Or someone that sounds like Mr. Feeney.
I've never seen anything with Val Kilmer in it that I like.
Ooh! There was one or two movies I liked with him in it. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Stop!
I don't know.
can't.
I saw him in that movie called The Saint, and I just did not like that movie.
Ooh, I like The Saint. Saint was pretty... Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I'm sorry, but Val Kilmer to me looks like a shark. His eyes are just dead in the water. He doesn't have any expression on his face. Yeah. I don't like him.
We won! Kind of. We still haven't increased our license? You punks. Oh, this is a stunt car, by the way. So, I mean, you're supposed to, like, wreck things.
Yeah, I know that, but I guess...
Ready to increase our license?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Race southwest to the Naval Yard.
Oh, that's a long ways away. Where are we? Where are we starting?
You're
Let's do our best.
gonna go down and then left.
I wish we could do a
Of
shortcut.
course, actually for you, you're swinging right.
Okay, so I'll be swinging... Excuse me, guys.
Slightly.
They're slowing down. Why are they slowing down? They turning?
It's just that the
Oh.
other right, your other right.
Oh, so I need to keep going straight. Okay, no worries.
Well, no, you're...
Yeah,
There,
he's
now
going
you're-
backwards because he got hit. Here we go. Yeah, you can facepalm, Amber. It's fine. I was getting eaten alive in the... Ooh.
What?
In the
what?
comments for being very bad with directions. But... Oh my gosh.
You don't have to get eaten alive in the comments.
Oh, it's okay. It doesn't bother me. Yeep!
It bothers me.
Whoa! That was cool. We're back on track.
I'm gonna slightly turn... Slightly.
Sorry. I was trying to drift there a little. Uh-oh, we're on the wrong side of the road, aren't we? So if we win this race, then we will get a markup on our license, yo. Alright, so...
Well, we're winning so far. Okay, you can turn a very... Well, if there's... Yeah, you could have gone there left. Yeah, turn her...
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
No, go right. There we go. Keep going that way.
Ah! That was painful. Shortcuts are totally legal. Just so you know.
I know.
No, I'm telling the audience. Like,
I know that you're supposed to do shortcuts in this game.
Ooh!
You were right at the finish line.
I know, and I just totally crashed. It's gonna be close. Oh, second. We almost won. Darn.
Maybe if we hadn't crashed.
If we hadn't
5,000
crashed,
times.
yes. If we had not crashed.
You were taking a really good shortcut. You were like way ahead of everybody.
I know. All right. Now what? Totally lost that race, though. Oh well. Ooh, road rage.
You were like really far ahead, but I don't know how we lost. I guess I don't know.
Ooh.
Life is unfair.
Road rage, a takedown battle fought
Ooh.
all over paradise. Beat the takedown target before
This
time
I'm
runs
good
out
at.
or your car is totaled to
You
receive
like
a
the
mark on your
takedowns.
license.
I do, because I get to hurt people. Yeah. Now this is what Knight Industries is all about, baby.
Oh, that was a cool car that you just...
I think that might have been a civilian car.
So...
That's not.
Oh my god. Oh, I thought that was our car at first. I was like, ouch.
No.
Somebody else's.
We're jet black and we look like that.
We look pretty awesome.
Yeah, we do. Well, I mean,
So you think this car looks more like the... newer-
2008.
Yeah.
2008
Yeah, look-
remake.
Luke was showing me some clips of, like, a little bit of Knight Rider this, like earlier today. And I really do think the one from the 80s, the car from the 80s looks way better.
Oh, no lie.
It looks like...
It was futuristic looking. It was fun.
Yeah, it looked futuristic looking, exactly. It looked like...
Ooh, target achieved.
It basically looked like a car that would be... Wow. This is crazy.
Oh, this is so fun.
I also liked the... Like, Luke was showing me the voice of Val Kilmer for Knight Rider, and, like...
Yep.
I don't know, it was okay, but I really liked the voice, the original voice.
Mr. Feeney. Mr. Feeney.
Yeah, he had just a more like he was like it's like he was caring about people. Like the car like actually tried to get to know you and talk to you. I like that.
Oh, that time we choked. Our bad. Now I don't know if we actually lose points when we're taken down or if it's takedown challenge. So far we've already beat 6 opponents out of 3. So we've already totally aced this challenge. Ooh. Guy got me from behind. That was kind of cheeky.
Yeah.
Honk. I'll teach you to mess with KITT. Kind of. Val Kilmer KITT.
Yeah.
Broke my little mirror.
Oh my gosh.
Both my little mirrors.
I just like to imagine this as KITT in general. Like we'll imagine this as anything.
KITT takes offense.
Okay.
Boom. Okay, let's try to get 9. Let's go.
It is cool they tried to remake the show though.
Well,
I mean, if they had never tried to remake it, I would have been disappointed.
Disappointed.
And
Yeah.
if they had to have anyone to do the voice, I guess Val Kilmer's voice is pretty cool.
I would have preferred they remade it as a movie though. That way you can bring back Hasselhoff. Oh no!
Yeah, that would have been cool where he's like a little older or something.
I mean,
sure
the man
he still
doesn't.
looks.
Yeah.
He doesn't really age very much, which is interesting because he's like, well, he's German, so it's like usually Europeans age pretty badly. Like I don't know, in general, no offense. I guess it depends what country you're from, but he just takes really good care of himself.
Oh yes.
Your license has been upgraded to Class C. Nice work.
Thank you.
But don't think advancing to the Class B will be so easy. The event map has been cleared. The way forward is up to you. Celebrate upgrading your license with a new car. The Nakamura Ikusa GT has been delivered to your junkyard.
Dang, that's sweet.
That looks cool.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to do a video on that.
Oh
That's
my
a nice
gosh.
car. So remember, guys, 130 plus cars in this game, and we showed you
Just a
all the
reminder, there are
legendaries.
120 events ready to launch from 120 different traffic signals around the city.
Oh my gosh.
So you're never more
Awesome.
than a moment from some burnout action. What are you waiting for? DJ Atomica, Crash
Did you
FM.
guys hear that? 120 races, 120 stoplights in this city.
Wow.
That is massive! Whoa! Okay, this is something
This
out of the
is
show.
crazy.
Look at this. We're like under the bridge.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yep. Oh my goodness. I mean, the
Yeah.
2008 show wasn't too bad, but it wasn't even the best episode of the 80s show.
Well, I mean, since we've been doing all these cars and stuff, Luke has been showing me some other stuff that I didn't see. Like, I got to see a little bit of the Dukes of Hazzard from... I didn't really get to see that ever before, so that was interesting.
You probably won't get to see it for much longer because they're probably going to get rid of it.
It was just about people in the South, though. Like, I didn't really... There wasn't anything bad in the show.
No, except for the car. Well, I mean,
Except for, like, people find that flag offensive, but really, it doesn't have to do with what people are thinking it has to do with.
no, what's funny is the Duke boys are actually technically criminals because they're making moonshine all the time and
Yeah.
kind of breaking the law. They're rebels. But I mean, the show wasn't... How do I... It was kind of like a sitcom in a way. It was action-oriented. I mean, half the show was all about car chases, just like Knight Rider was.
It was like, I didn't like Luke was showing me some of the remake movies and stuff of it, clips of it, and I didn't like how they were making fun of people in the South in those movies.
Oh, the
because
2005 movie? Yeah.
yeah, like all of the different...
Oh!
I really didn't like, also I don't like, now that I've actually watched
Dead.
the clips, oh, we died.
That was a nice crash.
Now that we've actually watched the clips, I find Jessica Simpson's version of Daisy or whatever even more offensive than before because she didn't dress like that at all, really. She didn't.
Daisy Duke did.
Maybe occasionally. Like you were saying, like if she went to the beach.
If she went to the beach or if she was wearing shorts in an episode,
but she mostly wore normal clothes.
yeah. Especially
just-
as the series went on. Like, by the time the 8th or 7th and 6th seasons rolled along, I mean, the actress wore pants more. Also, I believe she ended up being with child, like, at one point, too. So they
okay.
had to, rather than get rid of the actress, I mean, you had to have her on the show. You just, try to hide it with camera magic. And, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, yeah, today is like, I don't know, just today, like, everyone just overdoes everything. Like, Jessica Simpson, she looks pretty, but she looks like fake pretty, fake tan.
I tried to do a wheel stunt from the show and it didn't pan out.
Yeah.
Oops.
The other girl just looked naturally beautiful, so I just like the first, just the first.
The OG.
Yeah, the OG one. I guess her name was Daisy.
Daisy Duke.
Oh, that was her last name. Duke.
She's Bo and Duke's cousin.
Oh, okay.
Bo and Luke Duke.
Yeah. I just like the show. It seemed sweet. Like, it was just, like, kind of cute.
Yeah, so even though we looked at the General Lee yesterday, when I was a kid, I had, like, the Hazzard County, like, police car, and I had the General Lee Matchbox, and when I was watching the show, because I didn't know everything that was going on, I thought the cool jumps and the show was fun. So I'd sit there as a little one, and I didn't have a lot of, stuff to play with, so I would put my knees up or go on a blanket to make water and have the General Lee jump over stuff and go, yeehaw! Which is fun.
Like a bucket of water?
No,
Said,
no.
oh, I'm
like,
sorry, I
okay.
got confused.
Oh, all right, I'll tell you. Here's a weird 1980s thing. I don't know if kids still do this, but whenever you were playing with action figures and you were trying to make water, if you had a blue blanket, you could put the blue blanket on the floor.
I used to do that.
Right, so I would have, like, blocks. Like, I don't know, like
It's so-
little build-a-blocks. I don't know what they were. They were wooden blocks. I used to get splinters from them, but I would make
Yeah,
these...
I think a lot of kids have those kind of blocks.
these
They were,
little-
like, really cheap.
Yeah, I make these little canyons. Oops. and I would have the cars because the Duke boys are always in trouble. So I'd have the police chasing them, and then they would go off my thing, and I'd do the yeehaw thing. But then, because the cop car wasn't as cool as the General Lee, they would crash in the water.
Yeah, because on the show, when the police were after them, they would a lot of times not make it past the jumps that the Duke boys would do.
Oh!
But we were talking about how like that was like it started in the late 70s, and then the Knight Rider started in the 80s, and then Knight Rider eventually like
Knight Rider's car chase scenes way better.
Way better. Knight Rider kind of outshined that show, and that show eventually was canceled, and Knight Rider continued.
Well, I mean, okay, when shows were canceled in the 80s, they had a way of actually learning beforehand so they could actually close up loose ends to the show, like give it a clear ending. And in the 90s, I believe, the Dukes of Hazzard came back for a movie when they when the guys were a little bit older. And of course, a lot of you guys know that I think it was Luke or Bo Duke, Luke or Bo, I don't remember which one, but the guy with the blonde hair in the show ended up later coming back to television as the father of Clark Kent in Smallville.
That's awesome.
And he looked just like he did in the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, we were like watching some of the stunts from Knight Rider, and it's unbelievable the kind of stunts that they did for the show. Like, we
were playing like pick out the stuntman from Hasselhoff game.
Hasselhoff stuntman.
Muffin top Hasselhoff. Muffin top Hasselhoff. Skinny jeans Hasselhoff. Loose jeans stunt double.
I won't go into that whole gene thing, but I just never understood that. Oh no.
That didn't go well.
I feel like I'm learning about things so much slower than everybody else. Like,
define slower.
Well, like, I just basically when I was younger, like, I didn't understand why they kept. Never mind, I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
It's just like you were telling me, like, I was like, why do they keep showing like David Hasselhoff's like the back side of him? I was so confused. Like, why do they keep showing his jeans? And then you were like, oh,
backside shots.
It's like they did that for the female audience, and I was like, why? Like, I was just like, I didn't understand. Like, I think like it's just occurring to me now in my 30s, like, oh, I guess some women would like that, but that's like,
they've been doing that to Dick Grayson since the Nightwing stuff in the 80s.
I remember watching action movies as a little girl and being like, what is wrong? Why are they showing a close-up of this? This is just so disturbing to me. Like, I found it so awkward and uncomfortable. Like, I don't know, like, I still do, actually. Like, a little bit.
I like driving this car, actually. This is, I mean, when I'm just cruising in this game, because I've been playing this, like I said, in handheld mode, which it plays great. But I could see myself just driving with this and putting the Knight Rider music on in the background, because for you guys, we can't have the Knight Rider theme playing, but for us, when we're just sitting in the comfort of our own home, we're playing as a Knight Rider car, since it already has a we could put the Night Industry soundtrack on. Boom.
So, some interesting things about the the show that I completely forgot, or I don't remember, except for we were watching clips of it today.
Race time? Race.
Number one,
Race to the Naval Yard.
Racing time.
We just gotta go to the Naval Yard. Continue.
Oh, number one, that, that KITT can drive on his own. Like, I forgot that. KITT can drive on his own, freak people out.
He's a robot, kind
KITT
of.
can come and get... He can come and get, Knight, or... Wait, his name is Michael Knight. Michael Knight.
Well, that's his...
Michael Knight from Knight Industries. And also that, like, I remember when KITT lost his memory or whatever, you're showing me, like, a clip, and then Michael Knight is trying to get KITT back, and he's calling to KITT, and then he, like, calls him on his watch, and I was like, he can talk to KITT on his watch. And you were saying, like, there are some people that actually think that Saban may have gotten the idea from some 80s shows with the watch thing.
From, like, Knight Rider, yeah. Did you know that Power Rangers actually was supposed to debut in the 80s? With I think it was Bioman was what they were going to do, and The 80s stars that they were going to use were actually, they weren't teenagers, they were older adults.
Oh, wow.
So Power Rangers was going to be a older themed show. Although it wasn't going to be called Power Rangers, I don't remember the name of it, but you can find the original pilot for
Oh my gosh.
the first Power Rangers show before Austin St. John and company were brought on to be the teenagers.
Now I really want to watch the show Knight Rider because just seeing the stunts and stuff, the fact that people were able to drive on 2 wheels almost and not even flip over. Even the car chases, like some of the other...
Whoa! Nice car.
Like, some of the other cars that were, like, doing dangerous stunts when they were chasing Michael and KITT. It was just like, wait.
When you're in Paradise, keep your eyes open for stuff like ramps and billboards. That stuff is pure gold if you start a stunt run nearby.
Okay.
Atomica,
I just couldn't believe that...
all his secrets on Crash FM.
I just couldn't believe that the cars weren't flipping over because there was some very dangerous things that they were doing, and like I even told Luke, like, no way the car's on 2 wheels on sideways driving.
Yeah.
And I was like, that has to be CGI, that's impossible. And you were like, they didn't even have CGI back then, and I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, so I really need to watch Knight Rider, and so does everybody else, like, who's watching this. Like, you guys, we all have to, like, watch it, because apparently it was a really awesome show. And those stunts were actually people doing them, which is crazy. Awesome.
Okay, so where do I need to go? Oh, we're looking for that punker. We gotta shut that fool down, because that's our new car.
I also really like the show because I mean, back,
There
I
you are.
really like when, Michael Knight seemed like a good guy. Seemed like he was trying to help people, Seemed like a very honest person.
Well, it goes back to our earlier conversation, is A-Team and Knight Rider and all those characters. I mean, they were basically like a private force that was used to help people, kind of like a vigilante squad in a sense. I mean, Michael Knight, time and time again, he's not a cop anymore, even though he was. Knight Industries is a private-run organization that is doing its best to try to help people, but he's not a police officer, he's not military, he's not a spy per se.
Yeah.
But I mean, those
He's
type
just
of
there to help.
private-run security detail stuff is not really around today anymore, but the idea was romanticized in like 80s sci-fi and fantasy shows. Dang it!
I mean, if you had good people running something like that, it would be good.
I mean, at this point, I don't care.
It feels like sometimes, like, people hire private security. It doesn't sound like there's good people that you would be hiring for that, but I don't know.
Oh, you punker! You did that on purpose! I want that car.
Yeah, with Michael Knight and the people he was working for, and like they were looking for a specific type of person that was a good person. Like,
Keep an eye out for that stinker.
I mean, that's what was so cool about the 80s is there was so much technology that was just like completely booming that anything was possible. Like, people were inventing all these stories because suddenly anything was possible. Like, in the 60s and 70s, nothing was new. Like, no offense.
There he is! Do we get him? Oh no, because we crashed too, it's not gonna count?
I hope not, Luke. I hope it'll count.
Nope.
But you know what I mean, like, in the 80s, like, with all these new computerized systems, like, anything is possible. Anything you can imagine that you could do with a computer system, you could do. Why not?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There he is.
Oh.
Man. See, they should have the license plate say Knight.
So we've had some people in the comments, like, say that they actually might check this game out because
awesome.
They're used to crashing in racing games, so they're like, this is a game where I actually am supposed to crash and get points for. They're like, this is pretty cool. Maybe I'll have to check it out then.
I wouldn't necessarily say points. I mean, you don't get, like, negative impact for crashing unless you're like running a race and they say that the survival aspect of the race, like the one where you have to make it to the goal when you're being like attacked by people, You can't
Yeah.
crash that much, but
you're supposed to crash people into the side of the road.
yeah, the raid things, those are fun.
And
The road
there's
rage,
demolition mode.
there's at least like 50 road rage, I believe, missions, and there is
Yeah.
like 120 races.
See, the road rage I can get behind. I enjoy.
But if you guys are talking about the mode where we just like hit the L and R button and go crazy, yeah, have at it. That's, you know, destruction galore.
This is a great way. Like, I feel like if you were on the highway for like 17 hours or just 8 hours or just
Gotcha.
Chrono Hydra's custom has been delivered to your junkyard.
Woo!
maybe you commute to work and on the way back you're feeling angry. This would be a great way to get that aggression out. I feel
Oh
like.
man, our car.
Oh, KITT.
Oh, KITT's all messed up.
I'm not a
Michael,
punching
I
bag.
am not a
Crash dummy.
No, what do they call that car? A rally car, Michael. There you go.
Oh, there
All
you
right,
go.
so anyway, guys and gals, that is going to do it for today's episode and our look at KITT. KITT may return again in this series.
Yay, I hope so.
But you can't play as 80s KITT. This is 2008, 2009
Aw,
Night Industries
it's still pretty cool.
KITT. Yeah.
It doesn't say night. Oh, that's right, because they can't do
They can't.
everything exactly the same.
Yeah, they can't.
Yeah.
But Knight Rider KITT is in Rocket League if you guys want to play as that. But special thanks to our friends EA for providing a copy of this game. We hope you guys had a blast, and we'll see you with the police car stuff tomorrow.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. All right, we'll see you guys later today with something else. Bye-bye.
God bless and happy gaming. See ya.